hey, man, woman, child does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of the divine. I was listening to that actually before I even start talking too much about it. I'm going to sing our affirmation for the week, which is, I am opening up to all my good. I give thanks for all my good. I am opening up to all my good. I give thanks for all my good. Again, I am opening up to all my good. I give thanks for all my good. And again, I am opening up to all my good. I give thanks for all my good. I will do it with the guitar at some point, I'm sure. But this is it. If we're opening up to all our good, it's not going to come from working harder and harder and harder. And thinking about that verse right there. Man cannot live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of the divine, which to me sounds like because most of the time people are working very, very hard in order to create more resources, look after their responsibilities. Ain't nothing wrong with that, absolutely not. However, if that is the only thing that they are building their life on, if that's the only thing you're building your life on, and I did this for a very long time, where I felt that if I work harder and harder, longer hours, doing more, then I would finally get to some nirvana, place where I felt really good. Or maybe that, because it started there, when you're young, you just come out of school or college or whatever, you're so excited about all the things you're going to do, okay, unless things have already gone wrong by then, basically. And then the more you do, the more you put yourself into your work, the more you realize that actually you're not quite getting to where you want to go. To me, that is living by bread alone, okay? That is you trying to work yourself to the ground in order to create wealth, you hope, and maybe you will create some, but it doesn't completely fulfill you. If you're a spiritual person, if you are someone who knows that you're born for something more, you probably started life by obeying the rules, by doing what you were told to do, get the education, do all of that stuff, or work yourself up a career ladder, get all of that. But then you find that actually there's an emptiness inside of you because you were trying to do everything by the work of your hands. Then maybe by then you've already found religion, or you find religion at this point, or you find something to distract you, or more to the point, you're hoping it will fill that hole inside of you. But that hole inside of you, one, it is that you're not living to those intuitive nudges that are inside of you, whatever your religion is, okay? Because everybody has access to this stuff. And I'm not discounting learning. I am not discounting going to uni. I'm not even discounting getting a job or any of that. What I'm discounting is thinking that your source is those things. Those things are great and they need to be done, but they're not your source. And if they're coming from a place of obeying the rules, as in this is what I'm supposed to do in order to live well, most people find that doing that alone is not enough to actually make you satisfied with your life. And I definitely found that. I have no issue with what I've done. I am thankful for it, okay? As I may sometimes denigrate it and make it small, but the truth of the matter is all of that journey made me who I am today. So in the grand scheme of things, I am grateful. I am grateful. But this is it. I had to learn to trust the intuitive nudge inside of me. I had to learn to trust my vision inside of me. I had to learn to listen to the voice of the divine within me. And actually learn to trust that, you know what? I came from something, someone, somewhere. And that something, someone, somewhere created me in a specific way with a particular design. And it would be best if I learned to trust that something, someone, somewhere, that thing knows when I get those whispers inside of me, that actually it does know what I'm here for. And I can trust that to lead me in the way that is best to go. And the crazy thing is that it's never trying to take me away from things that I want to do. It's actually the things that I want to do. That's the thing. It's things that I want to do, but I keep telling myself, well, I don't do that anymore, but I used to tell myself that it was impossible to do those things. that no, you just have to obey the rule, that you have to just go along with, do what you are told to do and keep doing it forever. Which, you know what, if you were told to do is exactly what you want to do, great. But if it's not, it's time to take your life back. It's time to take your life back, because this is it. All your hard work hasn't got you where you want to go. And yet people find it more comfortable to keep doing the same stuff over and over again, even though you know that it's not working for you. I see people, you know, even they tried something new for about 1 week, and then they go back to the old way of doing things because, oh, well, it didn't work in 1 week. You've given 50 good years to doing things the wrong way, and you're going to give the right way 1 week. Are you kidding me? Seriously. And yet people do that all the time because it's comfortable. So they go back to their comfortable place instead of, you know, choosing to be a little bit uncomfortable while they make the transition into a life of more fun, more ease, more fulfillment, more abundance, more of the things they actually want. My daughter asked me yesterday about the rat race, and and I was like, how do I explain this to her? You know, where people ultimately are spending their whole life working to spend some money, spend probably a bit more than they earn, go back to work and do it all again, spend a bit more than they earn, go back to work to do it all again. So it's a race that just keeps going round and round and round. And there is nothing wrong with being in a career, okay? I'm not talking about, you know, everybody. Okay, personally, I quite like self-employment. Yes, prosperity comes in many forms, absolutely. Personally, I like self-employment. I think it gives you the most freedom, but I know it's not for everyone, okay? But ultimately, what I'm saying is that everyone has a something that is for them. And it is not going to be found only by working yourself into the ground, okay? Man does not live by bread alone. He lives by the voice, everything that comes out of the mouth of the divine. The mouth of the divine for you is your intuition. It's that wisdom inside of you that you need to start paying attention to and living from, because it will never lead you wrong. It will never lead you wrong. You might, I was just saying to someone in the Deliberate Millionaire that you need to learn to trust yourself again, because sometimes people don't trust themselves, and so you hear these intuitive nudges, but you don't want to listen because part of you doesn't trust that you're hearing something good for you. But you are. Let's sing this affirmation before I carry on. But this is it. I am opening up to all my good. That's our affirmation for this week. And the only way you get to do that is by choosing to actually live on your terms. And when I say on your terms, I mean to your true design. Because that is where your full happiness is going to be found. I am opening up to all my good. I give thanks for all my good. I am opening up to all my good. I give thanks for all my good. And again, I am opening up to all my good. I give thanks for all my good. I am opening up to all my good. I give thanks for all my good. But this is it. To open up to your good, you have to say yes to your source. You have to say yes to that intuitive nudge inside of you. You have to start saying yes to the wisdom that bubbles up inside of you. You know best the path for you. You know best the path for you. Listening to all the outside, oh, you must do this. Has it worked for most people? Has it worked for most people? 98% of the world is working harder and harder and harder, trying and trying and trying. If we're going to open up to abundance on this planet, it's going to come from within each person. Everybody living to their true design. Everybody choosing to tell themselves a new story, as my husband would say. Tell yourself a new story, okay? A new story that actually, the universe does have my back. The universe is actually on my side. The divine is on my side. I don't need to do things that are not to my true design, because I know that I am fully supported. And that the plans that were made for me from the moment I was born are good plans, man. and I can follow them, and I will more than survive. I will thrive whilst living to my true design. Come on now. It is possible for you to do the things you dream of. You just need to find the courage to begin. To listen to that voice inside of you and say yes. Yes. I am opening up to all my good. I give thanks for all my good. I am opening up to all my good. I give thanks for all my good. Much amazing love from my heart to your heart. Much amazing love, sending you love wherever you are on the planet, sending you lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of love. Okay, until the next time, my honeys, share this with someone else. Come on, share, or tag somebody in. And I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.